doing. That's why we're reading the Bible. So now let's go to Revelation 13, because he even said they're going to hate you and kill you, right?
That's right.
Now you heard it was a rapture. I'm going to show you, you don't know about the end. There is no rapture at the end. If there was a rapture, why did Jesus say they're going to hate you and kill you? I thought you supposed to be raptured. It's not going to happen, brothers and sisters. Matter of fact, it's a place of safety, but you got to flee there. You don't even know that. Most people don't know that. That showed me they don't know about the end like they need to. You've been listening to a one-liner. A preacher just tell you something. You've been going for it. Remember, he says many false prophets. So now since Jesus said that's a sign of the end, let's look at here in Revelation 13 and pick it up at verse 5. Let's get some verification of it. Revelation 13 and 5. Go ahead.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
See, now this is the big false prophet who's going to do signs and miracles. We read about him last week, make fire come down. So he's going to be speaking against the Lord. And he's going to go for 3.5 years. This is when Great Tribulation actually starts. See, it's going to be problems. Then you're going to get the big problem. And we're going to get to that. Go ahead, verse 6.
And he openeth his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
This man is blaspheming God, isn't he?
Yes,
you don't
sir.
care about God, even though he is a religious man. Go ahead, verse 7.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
He going to make war with the saints? That's what he said.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
And to overcome them.
And he going to win. He going to be killing saints. But this is what Jesus said. They going to hate, you're going to be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And they going to kill you. Again, we reading about it. It's going to get worse and worse, brothers and sisters. It was given him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. Go ahead.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
See, again, what Jesus was giving you signs of the end. He got power everywhere. Revelation 6. Let's back up a little bit to Revelation 6, because I want to show you that what Jesus say is accurate, brothers and sisters, all over the Bible. There is no rapture. If it was a rapture, why are the saints getting killed?
Yes, sir.
Preachers need to tell you this so you can be watching. That's why the title is The End is Near. Watch out. You need to know this so you can be prepared. What if you're a saint that's going to have to give your life up and you're not prepared for that? Notice this, Revelation 6 and verse 9. But to be a saint, you got to start doing his will. That's what you really need to find out about. 6 and 9. Go ahead.
And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held.
Oh, I wish your preacher would tell you this. But too bad, it's many false prophets out there. Who heard of this? Preacher's not telling nobody this. He said he saw the souls of them that were slain for what?
For the testimony which they held.
They were slain for the word of God. Who told you would be slain for the word of God? I guess them preachers know it. That's why they don't want to read it, right?
That's right.
That's why they read a verse and start talk, tell you a good story. Because it's going to come a time, and it's coming soon. You will be slain for the word of God. Wouldn't be the first time, but it's going to be wholesale in these days. Because we are at the end. Slain for the word of God. We're trying to get you ready for this. That's why we offering this full version of this message out free of charge, because you need to know this. He said he saw the souls of them that were slain for what?
For the word of God and for the testimony which they held.
Go ahead, verse 10.
And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth?
See, the message was, they didn't have to cry really, but that's another story. The message is, how long is this going to go on? Because this is rough. God's people suffering. This is what's happening at the end. This is what got to happen. See, so until you realize all of this, until you see true servants of God getting killed for dealing with the word, you still, you haven't got to the end. People say, well, the end, the Lord can come tomorrow. Now, when we say the end is near, we say it with understanding, knowing that he can't come tomorrow, next week, or next year. We got a little time before he actually comes, but we at the door, all these signs of it. So we know it's within our generation, brothers and sisters. That's what we know. But go ahead, verse 11.
And white robes were given unto every one of them. And it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled.
See, he said even some more got to die. Some more got to be fulfilled and be killed like them. So, hey, they're going to be straight, though. That's what he's letting you know. Because if you die for the word, you got it made. But who is telling people that's what's on the horizon? See, you need to know this before it get here. You don't need to find out that you're going to have to give your life up 5 minutes in a van. No, you need to have an inkling of this. That's why it's in the Bible. Matthew 24 again. Go back to Matthew 24. Because now he's going to give you the big sign. He gave you, beware of deception. Many false prophets deceiving many, even doing great miracles. Gonna come. False prophets. Then he gave you the wars and rumors of wars, all kind of natural disasters, earthquakes, famines, pests, and got diseases. Just had the swine flu that broke out. And that's the least of your worries, because it's gonna get worse. We had diseases, been around for years that nobody could do nothing with. You know, I know everybody know about AIDS, but even, something simple like cancer, you can't do nothing with that. That's still killing droves of people. You got other pestilence. You got tsunamis. You got you name it, hurricane, tornado, you name it. It's getting worse and worse because we at the door. The end is near. Watch out. That's the title. Matthew 24 and verse 15. Now he going to sum it up with the big sign because we just saw even servants got to die. But go ahead.
When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place.
Now remember, they asked Jesus what? The sign of his coming and the end of the world. That's what they asked him.
That's right.
And he started giving them signs of his coming. And we didn't touch up to this point. Now he's giving them the big sign. He said, when you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet. Where's it going to be at?
Stand in the holy place.
Oh, stand in the holy place, he said. See, people don't know what this is, but it's of utmost importance. I'm here to tell you. Go ahead.
Whosoever readeth, let him understand.
He said, if you read this, you need to figure it out. But somebody got to preach it to you. But remember, it's too many false prophets, so they not going to be telling you. So you got to make sure you find somebody that's not a false prophet. And you're going to know it because they're going to tell you the truth from the word. So that's what he said here. When you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, people say, well, the Old Testament done away with. Well, why Jesus referring you to Daniel about the last days?
That's right.
Daniel can tell you about it. We don't have time to go back and read Daniel. You read Daniel 12. He told you about the abomination of desolation, the abomination that make it desolate. He said, when you see this that Daniel spoke about, when you see him stand in the holy place, what is that? We're going to show you. But the first thing he said, you better understand it. Go ahead, keep reading.
Then let him which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
Oh, let him look up so he can get raptured.
No, sir.
This Jesus talking. You mean Jesus told you to drop everything and flee?
That's right.
He didn't say, look up for the rapture. I'm going to be swooped up and my clothes going, my car going to be driving on its own.
No, sir.
People getting the wrong story. Maybe you listen to one of the many false prophets. He said, when you see the abomination, which you need to know what that is, because when you see it, he told you, if you're in Judea, because that's the hot spot, the Holy Land. That's what we're going to get to. Flee to the mountains. What's going to happen? Do you got to flee to the mountains to get raptured? Or is he going to have a hiding place? That's what he's going to have. But go ahead, verse 16.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
See, now he said at what verse was that? Verse 17. Let him which is on the housetop not come down and take nothing out. You ain't going to need nothing. You ain't got to store up no water and say, okay, let me get all my stuff. Look, God can take care of you. He don't need you to have no extra clothes, no extra water or nothing. He can take care of you, but there is no rapture.
No,
he got a place you got to flee to. That's the wilderness. You read Revelation 12. You see that's what happened. The woman, the church fled. But now, skip down. Why he saying flee? Skip down to verse 21 and read that.
For then shall be great tribulation.
Oh, here we go. Now we really at the direct end. We know when this started, when this abomination and desolation hit the scene, it's only 3.5 years till the Lord comes. That's how I say we know the Lord still can't come any day. We saying it with understanding the end is near. We trying to get you ready before all this stuff happens, so when you see it, you will know. The Lord is merciful like that. See,